Remasters, remakes, we have more and more every year. And unfortunately, some of them are unnecessary, as The Last of Us for example, as they improve little or nothing. But some of them we are not only grateful to have them, but even excited and a little sentimental when we saw the announcement. So today, my dear subscribers, and non-subscribers of course, I'm going to tell you my favorite puns. Are you ready? Let's start. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. For those who doesn't know, Zelda is by far my favorite series, and I'm always glad when Nintendo releases new games, remakes, ports, spin-offs, because I never get tired of this series. About this Link's Awakening already received a release on the Game Boy Color, but with this remake, Nintendo made certain that you have no excuse to miss this game. The visuals are outstanding, with some chippy and cute looks. It also have more refined gameplay. The island have more things to discover, and like any good remake, it still remained faithful to the original. I love almost every Zelda game, and one thing I'm sure, this remake is in my top 5. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. This one is in my opinion one of the best games in the Metal Gear series. The GameCube exclusive of Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, it is still today a great game. It have more action, best cinematic, and the first person view for shooting from Metal Gear Solid 2. The audio was also improved. It was the first Metal Gear game I played, because my first PlayStation was the PlayStation 3. And I played and finished Metal Gear Solid 2, 3 and 4 in that system, after playing and finished this one in the GameCube. This remake was very well done, improving every aspect of the already almost perfect original game, and it is undoubted one of the games that I have more affection in my collection.
Mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles, only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar!
Metroid Zero Missions. This Metroid Zero Missions was released for the Game Boy Advance, and it is a remake of the first Metroid in the NES. But it's not just a simple remake with better graphics and sound, because it have more levels and power-ups. The designers mix all the best elements from the other Metroid games and layer them on top of the already brilliant level design and concepts of the original game. Personally, my favorite Metroid is still Fusion, also in the Game Boy Advance, but this one is undoubted a masterpiece and one of the best all-time games in the Game Boy Advance, so please don't miss it. Blaster Master, another great remake from the NES, and what makes this game so special, besides the music and the gameplay, is that we have two modes of gameplay. The first mode is where we control our character Jason either on foot or driving a tank named Sophia. The second mode we also control Jason on foot but in the top-down perspective. This game is non-linear and we can freely explore the levels, and we must travel from level to level to gain power-ups to proceed in the game. It's not an easy game and sometimes we can get a little confused and we must think where to go. The graphics, as you can see by yourself, are gorgeous, with a beautiful retro style look. And compared to the original game, this remake fortunately have lower difficulty and more checkpoints, because the original game, especially the boss, had insane difficulty. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Personally, I didn't like Resident Evil 7 that much, because I didn't like to see a Resident Evil game from the main series played in first person. But the truth is, Resident Evil 7 put the franchise back on track, using gorgeous graphics from the Resident Evil engine, and Resident Evil 2 took advantage of that success and gained a new life with this glory masterpiece. It was so good to come back to Raccoon City. Capcom have surprised themselves with this masterpiece. Graphically, is one of the best games on the market. The controls are perfect and flawless. The voice acting is very well done. The atmosphere is incredible. The terror and the fear playing this game are real. Remember, this is a survival horror, not a third-person shooter like Resident Evil 4, 5 and 6. Even in the zones that we are safe, our heart is always jumping. The puzzles are very good, and in my opinion, this is one of the best games ever made, and undoubted the best game in the franchise. Toki. This game is a recreation of the arcade, with the same levels, enemies, power-ups and bosses. The major difference is of course the new and gorgeous sprites and backgrounds, as well as higher resolutions, allowing a larger view of the playfield. When I was a kid, I played almost every week Toki in the arcades, but unfortunately I never finished it. But fortunately, in this remake we can choose the difficulty, and we have 9 lives for each credit. I love this remake so much that I bought not only the special edition for the Nintendo Switch, by the way, I made an unboxing here in the channel of that edition, but also the digital copy, also in the Nintendo Switch and PC. Yeah, I love the game that much. So that's it, those are my favorite remakes. Please don't be shy and tell me in the comments yours too. As always, I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.